In 1954, in a quiet city in Georgia, there lived a woman named Mona Lott. She was known throughout the town for her beauty, elegance, and charm. With her warm smile and graceful manners, she appeared to be the perfect Southern lady. Neighbors admired her, men adored her, and women often wished they possessed her natural charisma. But behind her gentle appearance, Mona carried a secret that no one could fully understand. She could not live without love, not even for an hour. Her strange condition began when she was just 21 years old. At first, she believed it was simply an intense desire for companionship. However, as time passed, she realized it was something far more serious. Whenever she went too long without affection or romantic attention, her body reacted violently. Her hands would tremble uncontrollably, sweat would drip from her forehead, her heart would race as if it were trying to escape her chest. The feeling was so overwhelming that she could barely think about anything else. Desperate for answers, Mona traveled to Atlanta and consulted a respected doctor. After numerous examinations, the doctor delivered shocking news. According to his diagnosis, Mona's body was producing nearly 10 times more dopamine and oxytocin than a normal person. These chemicals, often associated with pleasure, attachment, and emotional bonding, flooded her system constantly. The doctor warned her that if the condition continued unchecked, it could eventually destroy both her physical and mental health. But Mona barely listened. By then, she had already surrendered to the powerful cravings that controlled her life. Over the years, she left behind a long trail of exhausted lovers. Many men fell deeply under her spell, believing they had found the love of their lives. Some became obsessed with her. Some lost themselves trying to satisfy her endless need for affection. Others simply broke under the pressure and walked away, emotionally shattered. There was even one man who spent weeks sitting beside her bed, convinced that if he left her side for even a moment, he would lose her forever. His devotion nearly cost him his own life. As the years passed, Mona continued searching for someone who could truly understand her. By the age of 30, she had already been married 6 times. Each husband entered the marriage believing he could handle her intense need for love and attention. None of them could. One by one, they gave up, leaving behind broken promises and painful memories. Then everything changed when Mona met Phil Maigret. Unlike the others, Phil seemed different from the very beginning. He possessed the same relentless hunger for affection that burned inside Mona. He understood her desires in a way no one else ever had. For the first time in her life, Mona felt truly seen. Their connection was immediate and powerful. They spent nearly every waking moment together, talking, laughing, and sharing dreams about the future. It felt as though they had spent their entire lives searching for one another. Within a month, they were married. To Mona, Phil was more than a husband. He was proof that she was not alone in the world. He was the answer she had been seeking for nearly a decade. For a while, she believed her search was finally over. Then, one cold night, tragedy struck. Phil went to bed as usual, but the next morning, he never woke up. No one could explain what had happened. The sudden loss shattered Mona's heart. Friends and neighbors who saw her afterward said she looked like a completely different person. The spark that had once filled her eyes was gone. For days, she locked herself inside her home. Then, without warning, she vanished. No goodbye, no letter, no trace. The house stood empty, and Mona Lott was never officially seen in Georgia again. Yet stories about her never disappeared. Over the decades, travelers across America have shared strange encounters with a mysterious woman matching Mona's description. Some claim they met a beautiful stranger who seemed desperate for companionship. Others say she appeared briefly in small towns before disappearing again without explanation. No one knows whether these stories are true.